Hi guys, so this is the next installment of building the small house, and this one you'll see where we add the rear enclosed area. We enclose that with a brick wall and some security mesh around the outside. In addition to that, towards the end, we needed to build a small shower block and toilet external to the house. But there was one previously at the old house that was starting to have issues and getting a bit old. So we thought it'd be nice to have a new one directly beside the small house. You'll see that towards the end of the video. That's mostly slides because we were very busy at that time and I wasn't available to get all the video while that build was continuing. So stick with us, and any questions, by all means put them down in the comments and I'll answer where I can. Welcome back guys. Now this is the next project, the rear undercover area. We need to put up a surrounding wall, and here are the guys delivering some of the supplies for that. They're just having to reverse the truck up because they're holding up traffic on the road. The road's quite narrow because the other side's overgrown. Half of it you can't use, but that's Thailand. That's a rural area probably anywhere. So that's a backhoe. You'll see a lot of those in rural Thailand, out on the farms moving soil. Normally 2 trucks. There's one. Okay, maybe only one. No, there's a second one coming now. So that's quite common. And a vehicle with some workers also. So here we're going to unload. Oh, there's the ice truck. Very common sight in rural Thailand, delivering ice. These are the 3 concrete cylinders for the leach drain or septic tank for the shower toilet block that's going to go up after the rear extension. And just getting those down from the truck. Now we've already got a stack of bags of cement for building the wall. There they are there. And we're ready to get started with the project. Well, a few days go by until the workers are ready to start. They've actually been here all day and they've gone through and marked up where they're going to go over the wall, and they've got in the first section of the wall. So we've also got some steel work done. As you can see, the uprights in the doorway. More of that has to happen yet. And just out beyond there is the dam, but in this area here is where the shower block will go towards the end. The 3 cylinders went in today, so that's rearing to go. That's waiting for that project to start. Coming towards the evening now, and so that's pretty much all we're doing for today. But the rear section's coming along. We need some extra roofing done to go to between the existing roof and the house, and then the other side between where it is now and where the back wall will be. But that will be done a bit later when we build the shower and toilet block. We'll order the steel for the roof for both of those. We're using the medium grade sheeting. There's 4 or 5 grades in Thailand, and they start at almost aluminium foil. It's so thin for the very budget minded people. But we've gone for the medium to high grade, so we're going to get a bit of life and strength out of that. You can see our tree stump is still sitting there that we haven't dealt with yet, but we'll get to that. This area is sort of an external shower and toilet block. Probably 2 meters by 3 meters. Not big. Western style toilet, and it'll have a shower in it. And somewhere I got a feeling I've got a water heater from the shop when we had the shop that's now sitting in a box somewhere. That can go in. There's also an air conditioner from the shop. I'd like to get that bolted down here and make use of the thing. Whether it gets turned on very much or not, it'll be ours, it'll be secure, and it'll be available. So that's where we're heading at the moment. We're shutting down for the night, and my lady's over there. I think we're about to head home, guys, so we'll catch up with you again later. So as the sign says, a few days have passed. We now have a back wall and the wall beside the driveway up as well. They're currently truing up the uprights for the doorway on this side, and we'll have a walk around the other side, and now you can see that we have the three walls in place. That's as high as they'll go. Some steel tubing sitting on top of that, which will form the base of the area that the mesh is going to go onto. You can see that better from this side now. The project's coming along well. As you can see, all of the paintwork has been done on the house. That's in Cyclone orange. Again, we've moved a few days ahead. The evening of a day later, a couple of days later. Now, you can see the lighting's working. You can see that the mesh is round on three sides. We have a doorway over the other side. We have a doorway this side. The door frames have been made. They still have to be clad, but they're sort of ready to go. Tomorrow I'll have to go and get the tracks, runners and locks, handles, etc. for those, so they can do those. You'll notice the render is on the wall, so we're moving forward. The door frames I was talking about are just over here in the dark. Not the best of vision, but you can see that they're coming along, ready to go. The driveway looks great, the lighting's on, that's really working well. We may need more lighting out the back here, another two. Now let's go over the other side to the other doorway. You can see the uprights are there. A couple of frames are still open. The mesh is on here, but still got to be welded along the bottom on this side. The top and all the other sides have been done, so they'll attend to that shortly. Next, I guess. And the render will dry, and I'll get to painting that after it's suitably ready. Out there in the dark, we looked at that before. That's the septic tank waiting for the shower and toilet block to be built. So the guys were really doing well on this project, and they moved along very quickly. And the toilet and shower block was going up very quickly. 4 concrete posts with a framework on top so they could square it and pour the concrete floor. Starting to take shape very quickly. Walls went up in the blink of an eye, and there's a couple of views of those here from different angles. All the time I was busy doing other paint out on the rear section, and there's a bit of view. You can see that the side wall of the rear area has now been painted while they're constructing the toilet and shower block. Very quickly we'll be finished with this, and there you go. A little while passed and I got it painted. Not a lot of views of it here. I'll get those for you later. Sliding door on the side of the rear area, and all the house is painted out orange. So on to the next project, which is the driveway, and I hope we'll see you there, guys. So please subscribe, and then we'll get to show you all the next projects as they become available. Thanks, guys. Bye.